Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Alam niyo, meron akong i-share sa inyo na medyo worrisome. Perhaps some of you might even find it alarming. Meron pong isang senaryo na pinipresenta ang isang kilalang immigration lawyer, a Canadian immigration lawyer who is based in Vancouver. Ang sabi niya, ang nakikita niyang gagawin ng gobyerno to address this problem of the long processing times of the different immigration applications, to address the problem of extreme, severe backlogs, okay, in the different streams. Baka raw i-cancel ng IRCC ang maraming applications. I-cancel na lang. En masse. Ibig sabihin in large volumes or numbers. Imagine that. Okay, kunyari kayo, meron kayong final na application, naghihintay kayo, bakit ang tagal-tagal? Check niyo yung IRCC website. Ay, sabi kasi ganito yung processing time, matagal. Hihintay ngayon kayo. Yung pala ang ending, ika-cancel lang ang inyong application. Okay, again guys, may happen. May happen. Hindi po niyang sinasabi na sigurado siyang ito ang gagawin. May batayan po siya, no? I mean, meron siyang basihan kung bakit niya yan sinasabi. Okay? Ang kanyang batayan ay ang Proposed Border Security Act na inihain na ng liberal government. Okay? Pending po yan sa Parliament, ang BC-12. Again, otherwise known as the Bill Security Act. Later on, we will talk about the powers, yan, na maaaring ibigay sa IRCC kapag yung batas na po yan, or kapag yung bill na yan ay maisabatas na. Okay? Pero puntahan muna natin sa ngayon itong article. Teka, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, no? Yan, this is from Immigration News Canada. Ang title, Canada immigration experts warn of mass application cancellations. Posted October 21, 2025. Ang sabi, in 2025, Canada's immigration system is facing one of its most serious credibility crossroads in years. Legal experts and applicants alike fear that Ottawa may be preparing to cancel large numbers of pending immigration applications amid growing delays and rising frustration. Ito po yung sinasabi ko sa inyong immigration lawyer. Renowned immigration lawyer Stephen Murrens has warned that the federal government appears to be setting the stage for mass cancellations through Bill C-12. BC-12 would grant IRCC expanded powers. Puntahan mismo natin, okay, itong ang Bill C-12 at yung impormasyon na nakasulat tungkol dyan straight from canada.ca, the official website. Ito po yan. Okay. Yan, okay. Official site po ito, no? Facts and figures about the proposed measure. Okay. Nakasulat dito, June 9, kasi noon pa talaga pinag-uusapan tong bill nito. Pero nito lang siya inihain sa Parliament. Okay? So, key facts and figures. Malawak ang sakop ng Border Security Act. Meron dito mga relating to asylum claims. But for the sake of this episode, we will only focus doon sa applicable sa ating topic. Okay? Ito po yan. There are 4 immigration-related items in the bill. Yan. New mass authorities to strengthen control over the documents IRCC issues and the applications we process. New mass authorities, malawakang kapangyarihan, no, na pwedeng i-grant sa immigration officials. Specifically, sabi po dito, yung mass authorities, ang end goal ay to protect the integrity of Canada's visa system in order to respond to events that could undermine the management of migration into our country The bill will increase the government's control over immigration documents and application intake when determined by the governor and council to be in the public interest. Teka, ayan. So, this BC-12 aims to amend. Meron po siyang gustong baguhin sa Immigration and Refugee Protection Act or IRPA. Yung IRPA, yan po talaga yung malawakang batas basically tackling Canada's immigration policies. Okay? Kapag ma-approve, ito po ang hinihingi nilang amendments. Ito yung gusto nilang mangyari. Okay? Kapag na-approve yung kanilang proposed amendments. Allow the governor and council to mass cancel, suspend, or vary immigration documents. That's one. Cancel and suspend immigration applications. And stop application intake for reasons determined to be in the public interest. So it's clear, ito yung batayan ni Attorney Murens. Diba? Kapag ito mapasa, he won't be surprised, basically, kung gamitin ito to address the issue of backlog. It's clear, diba? Well, uulitin ko yung pag-highlight, ha? Cancel and suspend immigration applications. Itong pangatlo, to stop application intake for reasons determined to be in the public interest. Ang pagkaintindi ko dito, this could allow them to just cancel an existing stream, a pathway. Kapag feeling nila, it's for the betterment, to protect public interest. Okay, wala nang consultation pa. Talagang yung authority that could be granted to IRCC or immigration officials will just allow them to decide. O sige, cancel na to. Yun na yun. Okay. So what do you think about that? It's worrisome, di ba? Pero it is what it is. Talagang parang extreme measures na, no? To address the problems happening now in Canada's immigration system. Matindi po kasi talaga ang problema ng backlogs, no? I had an episode a couple of days ago talking about yung more than 10-year waiting time na estimated po ngayon, for example, sa mga HNC applications, yung mga humanitarian and compassionate cases. Although the backlog is not that bad for the other streams naman po. Yung severe backlogs, yung estimated wait times, are happening more doon sa mga mas bagong applications filed. Okay? Puntahan natin itong report ng CBC News. No? Also discussing yung sinasabi nating waiting time ngayon sa HNC. May binabanggit dito na 50-year immigration wait. Later on, huwag kayo ma-confuse, pero in the audio-visual report, yung 10-year processing time ang kanilang sinasabi. Okay? Piplay ko po to. Ang case study nila is a family affected by this long wait time. Ang ipiplay ko lang yung reaction ng ilang mga immigration professionals na kanilang in-interview.
We hope it's a glitch in the system. My clients are fully panicked, We're shocked. If this is true, if these processing times are accurate, it's shocking.
Yeah. Puntahan natin ngayon yung kay Attorney Murens, no? Ito yan.
This lawyer points to the Liberals' border security bills. Should they pass, they would grant the minister the power to cancel applications in queue en masse.
And the government thus has the choice to either process all these or cancel them. And I think it is becoming increasingly likely that definitely, I think for the business category, more likely maybe than H&C that they'll cancel.
The government says those high numbers are not a mistake. We asked the minister's office directly, will they use the proposed bill's powers to cancel applications in some pathways? Here's their response.
Well, we can't presuppose any future policy decisions, but what I can tell you, we are looking to be as transparent as possible when we share our numbers. We made a commitment to Canadians to restore our immigration system to balance, and the steps that we're taking are designed to do just that.
So, ayun, okay. May binanggit si Steven Urins pala na kung sakaling magkaroon doon ng cancellation, ang nakikita niya, baka doon sa startup visa applications, which by the way is also experiencing a long wait time. Baka less of it naman will happen, for example, doon sa HNC applications. Kung saan, again, ang estimated wait times for new applications filed ay more than 10 years. Okay? So at least tinanong din pala nung CBC report, no? Yung immigration department, kung totoo ba, gagamitin nyo ba yung pending Border Security Act to address the backlog? Well, wala naman po silang binigay na direct answer, unfortunately. Okay. Now, before we just end, balikan natin yung title nito, yung 50-year immigration wait. Baka magtaka kayo, saan nanggaling yung 50 years? Medyo confusing sa totoo lang. Bakit? Puntahan natin yung IRCC website tungkol sa processing times. Sa HNC po yan eh. Punta tayo dito, HNC, outside Quebec. Since this only applies for fairly new applications filed, lagay natin ang application natin, kunyari, final ng March 2025. Lalabas ang estimated wait time. More than 10 years. Pero meron po kasing ganito. Okay, this is from IRCC's, Canada.ca din to, no? Tinatawag na IRCC Minister Transition Binder. Okay, these are documents pertaining to, parang actions made by immigration officials, projections nila. Okay? Dito po, may nakasulat na wait times for the different immigration streams. Pupuntahan ko yan dito. Ayan. Programs, humanitarian and compassionate programs. I'm curious, this needs to be explained, no? Ayan. Permanent resident, HNC, public policies, data up to January to Feb 2025. Ang wait time daw, ito wait time, the queue length for new applicants, umaabot ng 600 months. 600 months. Diyan po nang galing yung 50 years. Okay. Siguro for very, very, very extreme cases, pero kung 50 years, hindi na talaga makatao yun, ano? Ano yun, magkakaroon na lang sila ng status, parang uugod-ugod na sila dito. Grabe naman. This needs to be explained. I do not know why there is this big discrepancy. 10 years versus 50 years. Diba? Pero doon po galing yung number na yan. Ang dami actually pwede makitang mga information dito sa transition binder na ito. I just don't have the time yet now to do it. Kapag may oras ako, guys, huwag kayong mag-alala, no? Titignan natin ang interesting data ang meron dyan. And also, I know it would have been better if I did this episode with an immigration lawyer. Sige, I will get in touch mga suki natin and perhaps we can do a follow-up episode on this. If you have concerns about this or questions, ilagay nyo sa comment section para sakaling yung iba dyan, maitanong ko kapag makahanap na po tayo ng abogado, immigration lawyer. Guys, again, let's be clear. Maaaring gawin, okay, yung pag-cancel. Okay, hindi sure na mangyayari. Yan po ay batay lamang sa opinion ng isang kilalang immigration lawyer dito. But it is a little bit worrisome, no? Pero ganun talaga. It's clear, no? Talagang the government is looking at extreme measures to address the problems now in immigration. Okay, I will end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!